Alrighty, so quick story time. When I originally started this world, it was just a regular Let's Play, me just building whatever I felt in the area. Didn't really think much else because I was going to have a separate avatar world. However, partway through it, I changed my mind. I really wanted to get the avatar builds going. So, went about 10,000 blocks away in the nether, about 80,000 blocks in the overworld, to a completely separate area from my starting area, and we started building the Fire Nation stronghold. So, let's get into it. So step one, after finding the area that I wanted to actually turn into the Fire Nation stronghold, was to clear the area, because I needed to get rid of the trees, and also, it's a good amount of wood. So, that's what I started doing. So step two on my master plan of building this was I had to import the schematic into the world so that way I can know roughly the size I had. Plus, it just made it a lot easier to map it out, especially with clearing the area. So this was a schematic that I actually had made. I didn't have everything filled in, just the framework. For that, I had to go and farm a butt ton of gray terracotta. Light gray terracotta, I mean. Now, I've never used terracotta in any real major build before. Messed around with it like in creative, but never actually touched it as far as in survival other than breaking it and throwing it out. This is the first time I had to pretty much decimate a Badlands. It was quite fun. On to step 3. So, after reviewing the goods that I received from my farming session, which was like 2 hours, I believe, hour maybe, we went into the actual build. Building this thing was so amazing because I'd had this planned out for ages. I've been building this in creative off and on for a while, and so finally be able to build it in survival with everything was fantastic. It took surprisingly not as long as I thought it would. Maybe only an hour? Maybe? It's been a while. Either way, after that, we filled in the dirt around it because in the pictures of the screenshots that I found, there's an entire courtyard surrounding it with walls, everything like that. So this is the beginning of the mini courtyard surrounding this area. Now it is going to be a massive amount of grass, so I'm going to be farming and absolutely decimating areas with grass. So that is going to be quite exciting and tedious. First off, I am incredibly loving seeing this be brought together. I've seen it before, but I still love seeing it be built. Now next, I go into talking about the kind of details on the sides of the wall, which is going to be interesting. Well, interesting for me to build, because it's a little odd. It shows the side pretty well, and it's got it looks like almost a black outline of the wall, and then it looks like this sort of light gray in the middle. And then it's got an iron look in the middle here, and then it goes back to the light gray type of look that the rest of this is made out of. The front here is going to have a door right in here that goes straight up, so it's going to be a little different, but... Now the big day has begun. The walls are being assembled. And I will say I was incredibly proud of getting this design right. The flames on the side of the part where the general or whatever would walk out, that was kind of tough to kind of match with the show, but I think I did pretty well. Either way, that is the first wall to go up, but we still have 3 more walls to do. Oh boy. Alrighty, on to step 4. So, the walls are going up. They're looking fabulous. I'm going to need so much blackstone, you have no idea. All the outside walls and the towers are going to be blackstone as well, mixed in with various other blocks, but blackstone is going to be the main block. Because there's not really a metal looking block I can do that's, remotely easy to farm. There's no way in heck I'm going to try and farm ancient debris, because I would just never finish the world. So, blackstone for days. Now, after getting that done, I got the ridiculous idea to dig a gigantic hole down to Y0. I started at Y74. It hurt. However, before I do the digging, we're going to put in a floor. Now, I had a little debate with myself on what to do, so let me know what you think. Here was my little debate with myself. So, considering I don't have access to really metal metal blocks other than iron blocks, which that wouldn't really look too good in my opinion. So what I wanted to do is something just kind of simple like spruce and dark oak, or blackstone and nether brick. These two I have an abundance of, and that's the reason why I'm considering doing them. But I also just like the, I don't know, the tone of it. I don't know how to, but I like this, you know, mix of just alternating spruce, dark oak, spruce, dark oak. Those are kind of my two options. I did play with doing like big tiles, because in the show, I'll show a screen grab here. You'll kind of see it has tile-esque things. So it has, you know, something kind of like that, where it has like tile looking things. But the issue is that it just doesn't quite look right to how I want it. So I'm thinking of going with this, but I also kind of like this. I'm torn. If anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for like the prison part of it, and use this for the more like where, say, you know, guests and stuff like that would come in to visit the stronghold. And yeah, that's kind of my idea at the moment. So after that debate with myself, I decided to go with this. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to put this for the bottom, and then when I go up, higher up, when I go into like the jail cells and whatnot, I'm going to do more like blackstone and nether brick, because I think that'll kind of fit the vibe of a jail. And since, well, yeah, technically it would be built out of metal to make sure the earthbenders couldn't bend it, because at this point in the story, no one had figured out that you can actually bend metal if you're an earthbender and you have that specific ability. So, nerd drop, I guess, if no one has... Either way. So that is where we're going to leave it for today. The big dig is going to be in the next episode. Oh, it's a biggie. Hence why I call it the big dig. Now then, I do hope you enjoyed. I'm trying a different style of editing and whatnot, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm certainly enjoying it. It seems more entertaining for me, so hopefully it means more entertaining for everyone else. Either way, let me know what you think so far, and look forward to the next one, because it's going to be the big dig, finishing off the roof, and working on the melons and pumpkins. Oh boy. And the cactus farm. So, either way, hopefully you did enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself. Toodles!